Tell us a little bit about Brooklyn Robotics. How many territories or locations do you currently serve? How did you start in this business? Tell us about like the franchise model, like the startup cost, the franchise fee and royalty structure. What's the benefits of why they should consider franchising? What did you like about being a franchisor, grow your business that way versus saying, I'm going to run all these other locations yourself? What was that process like for you? All right. I'm here with Jenny. Can you introduce yourself for me?
Hi, I'm Jenny Young, and I'm the CEO and founder of Brooklyn Robotics.
Fantastic. And tell us a little bit about Brooklyn Robotics.
Sure. Yeah, we've been in business for 14 years, and what we are is we're a mobile business where the franchise owners hire teachers. They'll get assigned a set territory within, their area, and then their teachers will bring these kits of parts, and they'll go into daycare centers and schools throughout their territories. They go to where the kids are, and they hand each kid a kit apart, and the children are going to be building robots similar to this robot, and the kids take their robots home with them. So 50% of the business is B2B, business to business. The 50% of the business is B2C, so direct to parents.
And how long have you been running this for?
I started 14 years ago. We've been franchising for about 2 years.
And how many territories or locations do you currently serve?
We have 11. We just signed our 11th yesterday. And hopefully by the end of Tuesday, we're going to have a few additions.
Incredible. And how many of those are like corporate-owned versus franchises?
They're all
franchisees. Incredible. And how did you start in this business?
So I'm a mechanical engineer. That's my background. We also have a research and development center and where we test out all the robots out of the kids, but it's not quite the same model. It's where we're basically trying things out. How did I start this? So I'm a mechanical engineer. That's what my training is in. I grew up in Ohio. I grew up in a space where my dad has a workshop and a machine shop. And so I grew up taking things apart, putting them together and making things. And so then I moved to New York City and I was like, oh, how do kids take their toys apart and how do they make things with their hands? And so the idea was that how can I give kids in the city the thing that I had growing up kind of in the suburbs? And so that's how I started it.
No, and so tell us about like the franchise model, like the startup cost, the franchise fee and royalty structure.
Yeah, exactly. Great question. The initial investment is $90,000 to $120,000. And the reason why it's low is because you don't have a physical space. So because it's mobile, it also means that you're going to be up and running. Usually people are writing their first costs in month 4. So that's what it costs to get it up and running. About a third of that is due at signing. That's your initial franchise fee. $8,000 of that is your initial inventory. And then the rest is the amount of money you have to spend kind of to start up any business.
And in terms of like royalties, like what's the royalty structure?
Oh yeah, great question. It's a 7% royalty, which comes off of your top line revenue. We also provide the website and all of the systems and the operations, things that you need to operate the business. So 7% royalty is off of the top line revenue. A 3% brand marketing fund, that's going to get you your Google ads, your SEO, and then also some corporate territory over territory advertising. And then there's an $800 per month technology fee, which is covering all of the software that you need to operate the business.
And tell us about like for someone out there that's thinking about, should I start a franchise or should I just kind of start a business on my own? What's the benefits on why they should consider franchising in general?
And so, I started this business on my own without a franchise and just was kind of making it up as I went. And I would say one of the things is that it's kind of lonely to do it on your own and you don't have anybody there to talk to and ask questions when you're like, oh, I wonder if I should do this or I should do that. So it's been so amazing to watch all of our franchise owners be able to be there for each other and to be able to talk through things and to come up with ideas and suggestions. And so they have their counterparts. And it's been something honestly I'm a little bit jealous of. It's like, oh, look at you guys. You actually have each other. And so it's really magical. And the fact that they can then rely on me because we've been doing it for 14 years. We know what it is that we're doing and we want it well. And the thing about franchising that's amazing is that the franchisor wants the franchisee to thrive just as much as the franchisee wants to thrive. So it's a really great business model because, it puts things in the right way where we want you to really do well if you do well. And so we'll have our support. Our operations team is incredible. Most of our team has been there with me for a decade. And so we've been really fun and really beautiful to watch our business kind of take off and really make big changes in the lives of our franchise owners.
It's incredible. Love the concept and the product here. And now let's talk about from a franchisor perspective. You started off this not franchising. You were running the business yourself. At what point did you say, hey, you know what? I could actually grow this as a franchise? It's also about like that journey and that process of saying, hey, I'm going to franchise this business.
Yeah, thank you. So we're based in New York City, Brooklyn in particular is where we started. And some people left Brooklyn. And then they're like, Jenny, I love this so much. Can you please franchise it so that I can open one in Raleigh or so I can open one in Iowa or wherever our customers went? And it was like, bro, I don't know if you can franchise this business. I don't even totally know what franchising is. So the person who is now my chief operating officer kind of joined on as a consultant. And we went to all of these franchising shows and we were just learning about like the wonderful world of franchising. And because I'm an engineer, I'm a super process. Oh, this actually fits my mind really well. I love to kind of come up with processes and systems. I think this is something I could teach somebody else. So in 2015, we actually started getting everything out of my head and into an operations manual to see, is it going to work if I franchise this without it being me doing it? And then I hired a person and said, okay, we're going to pretend that you're a franchise owner and you're going to test out all of these systems. And so we took about 5 years to get everything up and running. And then it was February of 2020 and we were ready to franchise, and then COVID. And so we started franchising in 2022. But we took 5 years to make sure that we had a system that was replicatable, that our production was ready kind of for that big ramp up, and that it was making sense to other people that just let us out. So yeah, that's how we did it.
Incredible. So for like as a business owner out there, hey, can I franchise my business? It's like any business can be franchised. Franchising is a tool to how you scale that you can apply to any business concept for that. What did you like about being a franchisor, growing your business that way versus saying, I'm going to run all these other locations yourself? What was that process like for you?
So one of the things that we did when I started to franchise it, I said, you know what? Our core values and our culture of our business is so strong, but I want to make sure that when we bring on new owners that they really align with our core values. And that is something that I think is like absolutely magical about franchising, is because once you define this is who we are as a company, these are the things that are important to us, you find other individuals that agree with that, and then they are running their own business with the heart and the soul that is hard to actually hire as an operator. So if I had scaled this myself, I would have had to hire people to run each location, and they would have been an employee, and they might have cared or they might not have, and it might not have been the passion that they have. But now I am empowering individuals that are within their community to build businesses that they really care about, and these individuals really align with the things that we care about. So it's just remarkable to watch these highly intelligent, very compassionate, just smart individuals coming from different career backgrounds all create beautiful communities, very successful communities as well, in their space and doing robots with kids. It's been amazing. Last year, we brought 32,000 kids at our production facility, and this year, which means 42,000 times children built a robot. And this year, we're on track with 78,000. And so that is something that I would not have been able to do as the sole person. I mean, I could have done it, but it would have taken a long time. And whereas franchising, the growth can just grow fast. And it's localized communities, which is so amazing.
Well, Jenny, thank you for sharing your wonderful story with us. Congratulations on all your success. We look forward to your continued growth and following you. So,
Thank you so much for interviewing me.
Thank you. This is remarkable.
Do you want to franchise your business and take it to a whole new level? Click the link below to schedule a free consultation today.